Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a talk through on my A-level product design work. I haven't uploaded a video in half a year, which I know is absolutely crazy, but you're going to be seeing so many videos. These ones seem to be very popular on my channel, where I talk about some of the fashion design and art work that I did during high school and through uni, also my A-levels, and so I'm going to be uploading way more sketchbooks and talk through sketchbook videos, if that makes any sense. So without further ado, this is my A-level product design work. For my A-levels I got an A, which I was very happy about, and so this is some of like the beginning work. It's not the actual project for my A-levels, but this is kind of like those inspirational kind of sketchbooks that we had to like collect information, research, trends in. So this is what it is. It's just full of loads of different trends and me analysing it. So this is what that is. So let's start. So on the first page, I really like to do hand embroidery. So that's what I pretty much did. It's just like a hobby thing. It's nothing dramatic, but it is just something that I really like to do, and it's a bit over the top, but as I mentioned, I don't really think that it's like the most dramatic thing in the world, but I really enjoy doing it. And I also put a sketch there as well, and my name is actually embroidered. I don't know if you can see that very well, so I'm just going to zoom in. So yeah, I pretty much embroidered all of that, and now we are going to get into the actual sketchbook, even though I've barely sketched in it. So the first thing you can see here is just some information. So this is sort of a mind map on who I could be potentially designing for and what I could be potentially designing. So it's just got tons and tons of information on different clients, different people that I could be designing for, and then also what kinds of things I could be designing for them. Again, you have the excessive embroidery borders on the side. And yeah, that's just like information, I guess. Shows that I was, I suppose, thinking about things. Let's move on. And then also where and how. So this was more about what kind of events I would be designing, like what kind of events this person could be going to, like weddings and stuff, and also how often these garments could be produced. So whether it's like a one-off or if it's mass, that kind of thing. And then I also have some more information on this side, which is just saying that on the following pages I'm going to be brainstorming loads of different ideas. And then this is an illustration that I did with like this heat powder, and you put like a hairdryer on top of it, and it's sort of, you just draw with the powder and then you put the hairdryer on top and it sort of makes it embossed. So that's what this is. And yeah, so I'm just going to be showing you, these are all of the different trends that were sort of in the magazine. So most of these are all magazine cutouts, and illustrations that I found as well, and then there are some illustrations that look awful, which are the ones that I did. So those are these ones. Anyways, so yeah, I've just started to collate loads and loads of different trends and ideas. So for example, we have here swimwear, and then jewel tones were really in at that time. So I tried to do like a mix of fabrics as well. So you will see some fabric swatches, like for example there, and just trying to incorporate like little jewels and little fabric swatches, loads of cutouts from magazines, because I don't know if this still exists in the magazines, but nowadays you don't really get so many like pictures and trends and things in the magazines. There's more like campaigns in the magazines, I feel, but back then there was just so much in the magazines with the trends, but nowadays pretty much everything's in fashion. But back then there was just so much, and then of course it just keeps going. So I've got workwear and more workwear, and then I just talked a little bit about it. Also got coats, fabulous furs. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually sort of see in depth a little bit, just a little bit. So yeah, I've just written a little bit on each sort of trend, just so that they sort of know that I'm not just sticking a bunch of random pictures onto a page, and that I sort of know what I'm talking about. And they also really liked writing. But I know that there are some courses where they don't really like writing. They like you to sort of visually represent things in illustrations and stuff. But when I was in my school, they liked to sort of know that we were able to explain what was happening in our sketchbook. So that's why there is a lot of writing. We've got some more trends, tops and tunics, and then just some more fabric swatches. And the trends keep going, so I'm just going to flick through these trends. But you can sort of see that each page is laid out a little bit differently, and it's sort of like each trend has its own mood board style. Got satins. And I even tried to do some like batik as well, which is this technique here, because I was talking about print and pattern, and I just had loads of like samples from when I was doing all of these techniques at school, so I decided to just use some of those samples from my other sketchbooks and put them into this one. But yeah, this is probably my favourite page because it's all about print and pattern, and that's what I ended up studying at uni. I did fashion and textiles, so it sort of is one of my favourite things now, even though I didn't like it to begin with. I thought it was too busy, but I really enjoy it now. So print and pattern, plaid, A-line, orange, even though it's not really orange though, is it? Maybe I'm just a bit colourblind. It's not 100% orange, but yeah, orange was, I guess, really back like in at that time. This is a hairpiece that I found from India, but you know, I might actually take it out of my sketchbook so I can actually put it in my hair. Things that I remember: lace, chiffon, and then a little bit about like the 70s and 60s, since they started, a lot of the sort of pieces started coming back into fashion from those eras. And you've got obviously the sort of more masculine pieces that are coming in now, of course, you know, the suits and everything. It's really, really nice to see, because I think it's a really cool trend actually, and it's something that I think is not going to go out of fashion. Definitely love this though. The genderless, that's what I meant, the genderless fashion. I don't know if anyone knows this, but in Selfridges in London, they have an entire floor dedicated to genderless fashion. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they definitely had a section, and then I think they expanded it to a whole entire floor, which is incredible. And then you've got some black, and then of course I talk about accessories. So chokers, of course this ended up being a huge thing. Chokers and collars, headwear, and then mini bags and clutches. Shoes, which I never really managed to finish. I don't know what happened with this particular page. Anyways, more shoes. I really like this shoe. This one's like my fave. That's the one I drew. Wristwear, which technically should just be me calling it sort of accessories or jewellery. Don't know why I said wristwear. Children's wear, because this was sort of exploring everything. So obviously now I have menswear as well. And then I sort of went into fabrics. These are just some fabric samples that I got online for free. This is from James Hare. I'm not sure if we have to pay for James Hare anymore. I think you do have to pay for their samples now, but back then they were free. I think you just had to pay for the postage, if I'm not mistaken. And that is pretty much it. That is as far as I got with my sort of trend book sketchbook. I'm going to call it a trend book because that's sort of what it is. It's sort of a sketchbook just full of trends, and I think it's kind of cool to look back at it because so much of this stuff is literally back in fashion again. And yeah, so this is what it is. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Definitely let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all very, very soon for my next video. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for more of these sorts of videos. There is a little bell on the side of the subscribe button, so if you click that, you won't miss any of the new uploads that come up. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, night, week, wherever you are, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!